Dragon Wings is an improvised story. If you're a new listener, make sure to go back to episode 1.
Dragon Wing!
Before you, the subterranean temple city of Mothercluck is in turmoil. It's under attack. Whilst the towering avatar of the goddess Mothercluck stares on above the houses, the gigantic wooden castle of the Chicken Consortium has drilled through the roof above the building known as the Research Grill and dropped down alongside it. Moments ago, you saw Sylvia Wingman leap down from a hatch in the castle wall. Then she scrambled inside of the building, and that's a few hundred feet away.
That bitch.
Bitch!
How far away is the chicken grill?
A few hundred feet away, the Research Grill, but between you and there, figures are continuing to zip line down from the cavern roof. There's an all-out assault by the Consortium on the city. And Millifander, Mistress Millie, who got knocked down by the shockwave from the castle, kind of dusts herself off and she says, "The Research Grill! Our work, we must get to it!"
Quick question.
Yeah.
Where's the chicken?
Chicken's with you.
Can you pick her up?
Yeah, Jacob scoops up Pluckers.
That phrase. Jacob, can you pick her up? Over and over
You're the only one capable.
Yeah. Pops her on his shoulder.
But you can see that there are several groups of the assailants heading your way.
As we look around the city, any of the town folk fighting back these assailants,
Yes.
or are they just petrified?
There's a couple of groups nearest to you. To your left, there is a group of 3 attackers closing on 2 robed men.
Nice.
And they're clutching staves
Staves.
in defence as they're nearing on them. Off to your right, up an incline, there's like a path leading up a hill. There are 2 of those assailing figures, and scrambling away from them on her back is a 3rd figure, and they're almost upon her.
Oh god.
Up ahead, though, there are a group of 3, and they're nearing an elven woman, and it looks like she's on one knee and she's pleading with a child who has her arm firmly wrapped around the fence post of their house.
Oh god.
Jacob, what should we do? Oh.
Cassius is just sprinting towards the woman with the child.
Okay.
Jacob starts sprinting towards the woman who's on her back, crawling away from those 2 men up the right-hand path.
Oscarin chases after Jacob.
Okay.
What do they look like, these attackers?
You can do a perception check.
Okay.
They're some ways off, whichever way that you're going.
Can I do one too? I'm trying to take them in.
That's a 24 from me.
Yeah, sure. You can do it as well, Jacob.
Perceptive as fuck!
Oh man.
Let's see if you're going in different directions. Who are you going with?
Oh, I'll follow on. I mean, I don't actively want a child to die.
We're going in different directions.
2 groups at the moment, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You've got Oscarin and Jacob.
Okay, I'll go with the kid. Fuck it.
So Cassius is heading towards, straight up ahead, towards the mother and child, looks like. And then to the right, you've got Oscarin and Jacob
Crawling away.
heading to the woman on her back.
I don't want to leave old mate on his own, so I'll head towards the child.
As Cassius is sprinting forward, his dreadlocks whistling in the wind, he puts his hand to his chest, and you just see this mage armor just
Nice.
slit down all around him.
What's it look like?
It slits down.
Yeah.
Does that have any? Yeah, is there any flavour?
just
'Cause
like-
it's like your
it's like a
signature.
Gratz.
Yes, it's like so Gratz is has obsidian skin, so the armor is just like thin obsidian plate that just appears around his body.
Nice.
Like medieval Iron Man.
Yeah, just like little slats just all everywhere. Just
Little slats. Sorry,
Nice.
Jacob, what did you get on the
16.
16. So Jacob and Oscarin heading to the right, up to the woman on her back, and also Cassius and Nothing heading straight ahead towards the woman and child. No one's helping us pull those 2 robes men.
They've got
They seem alright, don't they?
Yeah, they're on.
You can both, Jacob and Nothing, perceive more or less the same thing, which is that, the attackers, they certainly used to be human.
Now what
From
are they?
this distance, you
They're
can
half
see
chicken.
that they're not half chicken. It's a good guess. They are, from this distance, you can see that they're glowing softly, and nothing with your 24, you can see that they're slack-jawed, and at least the closest, the one to the front, is missing part of its face.
Are they zombies to corporate Faerun?
Could be.
Since I'm sprinting
Message.
and I'm a few feet off, can I just fire an Eldritch Blast as I'm running?
You're more than 120 feet away.
How far away are we from these figures?
Well, you're both nearing them. You're kind of approaching that threshold. Okay. Let's start with the...
Let me know when I cross the 120 foot radius.
Cool range.
Yeah.
100%. So team middle, the woman and child, Jake, Cassius and Nothing. As you get near, you can hear from about 100 feet or so away, the woman is starting to... You can hear already that the woman is speaking hurriedly to the child. You can hear her say, "Cynthia, let go, we must leave the city." And the girl says, "Mama, no, what about Zippy? He's still inside and he's only a baby." And then from within the house you hear a...
I roll my eyes. I think if they look kind of slack-jawed and zombie-like, just get one of my kind of crossbow bolts out and just bang on Dusk Shadow, Focus of the Dead.
Right.
To make like a noise. Just be like, look, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Look at it.
They turn up to look at you. They're
think
absolutely...
whales.
Well, they're undead. they're undead whales, yeah.
Can I fire a bolt now?
Please. We'll do initiative to see who acts first if you're going to do that. But the last thing you can see, the detail, is that they're wearing blue headbands. They're certainly missing entire sections of their torso and face from old wounds. They're undead. Absolutely.
Okay. Are we talking with the house, or is it two-tiered? Is it bungalow kind of thing?
They're ground floor and a first floor.
Oh, nice.
You've invested.
Someone's doing well.
On fire, or is it just
It's
in disarray?
no, it's not on fire, but with the and there are...
So I want to know what I have to go into.
Yeah, no, I like it. You don't ask, you don't get. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. It's not on fire, but because there are 3 figures, 2 of them are heading towards the mother and child. One of them is making a beeline, shambling towards the house.
Oh, that fucker.
Let's just check in with the other two.
Team B.
Team B, Jacob and Osgarin. On the right, you see more or less the same thing. Same thing, they're kind of undead, these 2 attackers. And the woman is human. She's on her back and she's wearing what are clearly mystic adept's robes. She looks to be a wizard of some kind, and that's confirmed as she's flipping manically through pages of a spellbook. And as you approach, you can hear that she's muttering spell after spell, all of which are fizzling and just sparking and failing.
It's
over and over
Wingardium
again.
Leviosa.
See these red and blue and green sparks
She's
in
such
front
a
of her.
fucking
She
Hufflepuff.
frantically tries to cast at least one spell, and she's failing over and over again. And she screams as they near her.
Okay, how close are we?
You're coming. Well, you're about 100 feet away.
You don't have Eldritch Blast, I'm so sorry.
No. Okay, so Jacob sprints towards her and these 2 zombie-like figures.
Yep.
And shouts, "Stay away from her, you craven beasts!" And as soon as he's within range, he holds a javelin.
Yeah.
Okay. They look up at you and they draw their weapons. Their weapons, by the way, and you've all, I'd say, in your stints as what are you, hardy level 3s at this point.
Yeah.
So goddamn tough.
You've seen, and sometimes things like undead happen. Normally they are, kind of old and worn, and they have like nox pitted weapons, things like that. Not these guys. It looks like they're wearing kind of polished, fresh, new, nice armor and weapons. It's just the bodies themselves are kind of rotten.
They're just sort of in bits.
Yeah,
Gross.
they're just in bits. Everybody can roll initiative. First up is Nothing.
Lit. So, how close am I to these undead
About 100 feet away.
bastards?
There are 3. There's 2 making towards the mother and child, 1 making towards the house.
I'm just going to try and finish off one of the ones in front of the... not like that. That face is absolutely...
What? There was no wank off face. I wasn't looking at you like, oh yeah, what? You're gonna wank off the zombie? I wasn't saying that.
At that point, did the zombies have a bulge at?
You'll go Nothing.
Just for the fucking fun of it, I reckon Dusk Shadow could make short work of an undead zombie's head.
All right.
So I'm going to try...
And Dusk Shadow is...
Dusk Shadow Focus of the Dead is the hand cannon.
Right.
So when I rubbed off the side of it
Yeah.
in the last session and found it.
Rebranded.
To be, I found
nice.
it to be Dusk Shadow Focus of the Dead. Oh, it's a bad roll. It's a bad roll. It's a 7 to hit.
Ooh, it is a miss.
How's that one cannonball?
Oh, damn it! How far away
Soars
does
off
it?
into the distance.
How far away does it land?
Oh, like 300 feet away?
Yes. Can I?
What's the range on it? That
Time to
cannon?
put down
I
that
don't
cannon.
know. I was not
Oh,
told.
it was 120 feet. I think.
100. Okay, so 120 feet
120,
away.
300?
Yeah, let's say 120,
yeah.
300.
Yeah.
120, 300.
Yeah, fuck.
Big range.
Okay, so I'm just gonna nothing. As her bonus action, makes a mental note as to where that cannonball might have gone.
Yeah.
Can I sort of just? Have we got an idea about? Is it
in the rough?
towards the?
Oh yeah, it's about 300 feet away.
Towards the
Past
research grill.
Yeah, oh yeah, towards the research
Oh,
ground.
lovely. So I could just pick it up on the way through.
It's landed on the patio of the research ground.
Okay, in that case then, as my bonus action, I'm just going to dash towards the one that's shambling towards the house in the hope that I can do a little bit of hand-to-hand combat.
Nice. Anything
So I'm
else?
annoyed about
Yeah.
losing my cannonball.
So you're going to rest about 70 feet away from that one.
Sweet.
Yep. Anything more?
Nope.
Cassius?
Classic Eldritch Blast right now. At the one just cowering over the woman and child.
Yes.
And it's a 21 to hit.
It's a hit.
And fires this purple glow out of his beautiful eyes for an
wow.
8 force damage.
Nice.
As he just swipes a dreadlock out of his face as he's been sprinting towards the house.
Very nice. Anything else?
He moves 30 feet closer to the woman and child.
And the zombie just gets lost in your eyes for a moment. Just,
Dreamy.
yeah.
Nice.
Hungry as
So,
one look at you, Cassius, and I feel something.
Oscarin and Jacob, one of the zombie undead things is going to shamble closer to you. And that's all it's going to do.
Cool.
Okay.
It actually moves past the woman on the floor, who flinches and she wraps her arms over her head, you know, anticipating the strike. But it just shambles past her, utterly fixated on you two. It's a
Right.
greater challenge.
Okay.
Fixated on the voice of Jacob.
Yes. Cassius, the one that you just hit, is then going to shamble towards you.
Cool.
Still quite far off, about 70 feet away.
Uh-huh.
Did you move any closer, by the way?
Yeah,
Did you just
30.
stay where you were? You did.
Yeah.
So actually, more like 40 feet away.
Cool.
Next is Jacob.
So one of these things has moved closer to us.
Yes.
But there's still one standing over this.
Yes, and it's bearing down on her.
woman. And how far away is that from me?
About 100 feet. Well, 70 feet the one that moved closer, 100 feet the one that's still by the woman.
Okay. So I'm going to dash forward. No, I'm not. No, I'm going to run forward 30 feet, and I'm going to hurl a javelin at the one that's standing over the woman.
Nice.
And
Nice.
attempt to knock it off its feet and kill it. Well, presumably.
I kill the zombie. Okay,
kill
well
it?
that,
So arrogant.
that happens.
I kill it, please. How that works?
Good.
Okay. So that javelin throw is a crit. Okay.
Which way did Pluckers go, by the way? I guess with
It's
Jacob.
still on my back.
So
yeah,
Jacob's back.
Jacob's back.
Yeah,
Okay.
didn't hinder the javelin throw
God, I
though.
feel like there should be some kind of disadvantage. It's fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
so-
She's quite heavy chicken.
Lucky chicken.
Can we just put the chicken down while we fight? Is that a thing we can do?
So that
Well, Jacob doesn't want to. Lucky chicken.
that is 10 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Are you just fighting with pluckers on your back?
Yes.
Like a fucking legend.
Yeah. I'm mounted on my shoulder like some kind of like screaming hellion.
Is he whispering in your
always.
ear? Like,
Yeah.
The size of this chicken.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a big lad.
Thanks for saying that, Tom, because I've just given up saying that.
A
Big-sized chicken.
pig-sized chicken.
Yeah.
A Jacob-sized man.
He's a giant of a man.
I'm
Okay.
a big bloke. I'm a big bloke.
All right.
He's the only one who can do it.
Fine.
Like Anakin.
And he can do
I
that.
still over here with our minus one strength.
Awesome.
Fine.
I mean, that is.
I mean, he's been doing it for the last however
exactly.
many episodes.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
Does Plucker seem to be putting on any weight with the grain that we're feeding him, or feeding it.
Huh?
Feeding her.
We really struggle with the gender of this chicken.
She's been doing a lot better. All of this in reality, by the way, in combat gets cut out.
Yeah.
So you want. Next is Osgaren.
I move forward, drop to one knee.
Yeah.
Bat Agma's grace. Take him with a light crossbow. And loose a bolt towards the zombie standing over the woman. And that is in 17 hit.
It is a hit.
And 5 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Nice. That's all.
Cool. Next is one of the middle path zombies by the woman and child that's going to shamble up to the woman, and it's going to swing its axe.
Oh god.
Is quite a meaty weapon for an undead.
It's also going to hit. But you see her take the kind of sidestep that like a trained fighter would take, as she almost like, you know, when like a judo master
Dips out.
slaps the canvas to hit the floor,
Yeah.
she kind of like moves with it. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think she's taking slightly less damage than she ordinarily would. It looks like she's got some sort of martial prowess.
some
for
chops.
Sure. She's got some chops, and she takes it like a champ as the axe slams into her side.
Moves with it.
Yes, but she cries out. "Ah!" Cynthia, the girl, calls out, "Mama!" Next is the Zomble. Over the woman,
you're a
over the mage
Zomble.
woman on the right, who's going to attack her with advantage because she's on the ground, and it's a hit, and she is going to also take an axe to the ribs.
Oh, that's not a good place to take an
Heaves and
axe.
slams down into her, and she looks dazed and senseless. She drops her mage book, but she clutches the haft of the axe. She's still alive, at least. Next is nothing.
So, absolutely livid at missing with the hand cannon.
Cassius turns back and just like, nothing, what are you doing?
So, Dad! So just tuts it.
If you're gonna be part of this party, you're gonna have to act like it. Either go and get your cannonball or get into this fight.
So I roll my eyes, I spin round, hand crossbow off the back, straight at. She wishes Cassius, but at the zombie.
Nice.
And that is a 22 to hit.
It is a hit.
And that is 7 points of piercing damage. Just over into the shoulder of the zombie.
Nice. Very good. Anything else?
I just call over to Cassius. Is that alright?
Well done. Well done.
Do you feel, Cassius, do you feel like more of an affinity, like a closeness to death since you went to the other side?
I feel like Cassius is still just hanging around with some kids who just don't actually want to get stuck into anything.
Yeah.
I love that the seasoned detective was like, this definitely isn't trapped.
Yeah.
And then it exploded.
The seasoned detective knew it was trapped, but it was like, shall he do it? Shall he? And just checked it.
Yeah.
Took the risk.
He thinks
the risk.
he's Hurt Locker.
Nice.
Next is Cassius.
Okay.
So you've got one next to the house, you've got one that's moved past the woman and
Yep.
child, and then you've got one which is
So how far am I away? How far away is Cassius from the woman?
40 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
move 30 feet
So
this way.
he's going to.
No, sorry, you're 70 feet from the woman. You're 40 feet from the one that also moved closer to you. You know,
Okay.
that moved past the woman, right?
Yep.
So you're 70 feet from the woman. Look at the chess going on in his.
Okay.
He's running simulations.
Is it worth it? Yes. Why not? He's going to fire a Eldritch Blast at the one that he hit before. The
Yeah.
one that's walking towards him.
Yes.
So that's a 13 to hit.
Missed.
As he's running towards it, he gets 30 feet away.
Yes.
And then just blinks out of existence.
Right.
And Misty steps towards another 30 foot towards the woman.
Nice.
cool.
Very good.
Cool.
So he just jumps past that zombie warrior, and then using a cantrip called Mold Earth,
Yep.
he creates a 5-foot ditch where the other zombie's standing,
Okay.
and that zombie just falls into the ditch.
Whoa.
5 foot into a 5 foot ditch.
That's a
Nice.
bonus action?
Sheer-sided.
Cantrip.
It's cantrip still in action though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
What a shame.
Oh,
that
no.
would have been cool.
Oh, because the mechanics of
That
that
would've
is
been cool.
absolutely lush.
Unless it says, but no, it'll be an action. I think.
Okay, I thought you can do cantrips at a time.
You can do it any time, but they still cost an action. It just means no spell slots.
Unless it says it's a bonus action.
Yes.
Alright, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it say it's
Yeah.
a bonus action?
Just like you can get like
No,
highlight
but the
spells that
Misty
are
Step is a
actions.
bonus action.
Oh, in that case, you can do that then.
He's done us.
If he's done it, Misty Steps is your bonus action, then your actual action
Yeah,
is
but
to,
I used my Eldritch Blast
Yeah,
as
you
a...
did.
then you can't do that.
He's fucked us.
Yeah.
The agony and the ecstasy
So
there,
I'm
and
just
then the
there
agony
in
again.
front of the...
Yeah,
Well,
fine.
20 feet away from the... I've travelled 60 feet.
So
10
you're
feet
10
away.
feet. 10
Yeah.
feet away, yeah. 10 feet away from the woman, but you're equidistant to the zomble.
Yeah.
You're got zombies on either side of you, one ahead, one behind,
Yeah.
and also one heading towards the house.
Yeah.
Off to your right. Good. This will make sense on the edit. Anything else?
No.
No. In that case, the zombie on the right-hand path crew, Jacob and Oscarin, the one that moved closer to you, is going to move another 30 feet towards you.
So it's now
10 feet away
from me. Okay.
But that's all it's going to be able to do, but it lets out a... It's horrible. Slack-jawed baying, this kind of long glob of spit drips down from its jaw to the ground as well. Here's something interesting that it does, though. It reaches to its pouch. It's been glowing all the time, right? This really soft glow. Reaches to a pouch and it raises something
As
to its
if
mouth.
we've seen that glow before.
Yeah.
When we eat chicken wings with our magical rub,
and
that they got the list.
Something goes into its mouth, and its sort of slack jaw chomps, munches a couple of times like a cow chewing the cud, and the glow strengthens slightly, and also the zombie straightens a little.
Oh, motherfucker.
I will say it doesn't look quite as strong as your glow when you're eating the chicken wing, but it's that kind of glow, a pure white light.
They've not fully reverse engineered the formula yet.
Is it a bonus action for us to eat a wing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Next, the zombie that is moving towards you guys in the middle with the mother and child is going to continue moving forward. So it's going to move away from you, Cassius, because you're in the middle. It's going to move towards nothing. So now it's about 10 feet away from you. Just so you
Come
know,
at me,
nothing.
bro.
Next, similarly, it's going to swipe at something in its pouch. This is the first time you've seen this. It's going to raise something to its mouth. And again, the glow gets a little brighter. It straightens and stands a little taller.
Upgrades.
Shit.
Next is Jacob.
Ding, ding, ding! Here comes the J train. He breaks into a sprint and swings.
What the fuck?
Very off-brand, isn't it?
Yeah, but I thought it.
Well, when it's the high 20s in terms of episode now, I'm like, that's never... That's fine.
He swings down a shield and he goes into a full sprint and just charges straight into the zombie that's 10 feet away from him.
Yeah.
And is going to knock it to the ground. We're using the Shield Master bonus action.
Nice.
So we need to make a contested athletics check.
Yeah. Strength 9.
23.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to knock that one to the ground, and I'm going to
Yeah.
keep dashing straight past it, and keep running and use my 60 feet of movement to get closer to the woman.
This train's not stopping.
Yeah.
Right.
One-way ticket to saving the innocent.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Anything else?
How far away am I from the prone woman now?
You are sort of more or less near. You're adjacent.
Am I
to the woman.
within 5 feet of her?
Yes. And she's still clutching the haft of the axe that's gone into her side, into her ribs
shit.
Okay.
from above. But she looks up at you with kind of blood gurgling around her mouth, and she says, "Who are you?"
My name's Jacob. And miss, you shouldn't be out here right now.
Good miss.
Yeah, woman. Wow, Jacob's a sexy.
So robotic, like danger. She's got an axe in her side.
Nothing hears that from across the pasture and is like,
Yeah.
stop being sexist!
And you can very distantly. You're about 150 feet from one another on that angle. somebody somewhere will do the trigonometry to work out
Yeah.
what the distance of this is. But you can see each other. The guys on the right are up this path on a hill, and you can see what's going on.
Sweet.
Next is Osgerin.
So how far is the prone zombie away from me? He's like 40 feet or something.
Yeah, it's
30 feet.
40 feet now.
And then the prone woman and the other zombie are about 70 feet away, right? Because
Yes.
there was one move
So you
away.
haven't. You've only taken one.
And are we
move
in?
forwards.
Are we in a street? How much lateral room is there?
You are up a kind of winding paved path. It's lined by a couple of shops.
So there's no option to move laterally to be far enough away from the zombie. Oh, he's got to use his whole move to stand up, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Nice. In that case, I stay exactly where I am and take another. Just line up the shot.
Pew, pew, pew.
Now remember, prone, disadvantage on.
No, I'm
range.
shooting at the one that's standing over.
Oh, great. Yeah,
the one
fine.
that's standing over the woman.
Yes.
It's a miss.
All right.
Cool.
Good.
And now I'm going to move 30 feet closer, so I'm 10 feet away from the one that's prone.
Yes.
And I'm 40 feet away
Yep.
from the one that's over the woman.
Absolutely yes. Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Good.
This has got a similar flavour to when we battled those twigs for about 3.5 hours.
This is multi-tracking of everything. Next, the zombie in the middle that's attacking the woman is going to pull the axe out of her side, and in a seamless move, swinging it over its head, it's going to try and cleave her again in the side of the neck. But she, with this kind of unbelievable trained reflex, suddenly ducks despite her wound, and it just sails over her head. In fact, she kind of bends over backwards like Neo Matrix style.
Wow.
Okay.
Even though she's taken the blow, she seems, battly.
Isn't she prone? Is she just like rolling around on the ground?
The one in the middle's not prone.
Oh, different
She's
woman.
a
Yeah,
crouching,
different
yes.
woman.
This
Sorry,
is
sorry.
the mother and child, the woman in the middle.
Different
She's just
woman.
going to kind of Matrix dodge it.
Yeah, got it. She's
Next-
a handy one.
Yes. However, the zombie over the mage to the right is now going to act. It's going to pull out the axe and swing down again with advantage.
Too far away. You're still 10
Not
feet
good.
away.
I thought it was adjacent to her.
There was 70. You move 60. You're 10
This
feet away.
is the zombie who's attacking. No, sorry, it's the woman attacking the woman.
Oh, the woman that
Yeah,
I'm
you ran through the first one, knocked it over.
Yeah.
The one that was standing over the prone mage, who's flipping through her spellbook frantically, was
Yeah.
70 feet away. So you've sprinted 60.
So I'm still 10 feet
So
away.
you're still 10 feet away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he is going to attack the woman again. It's not good though, and the axe swings down, hits the ground as she rolls over to one side. It just narrowly misses her. And she coughs more blood onto the ground, and her shoulders are shaking. Next is the zombie making for the house, who's going to smash the window and climb inside. No longer in sight. You hear another bestial coming from
can I
the
see him?
house.
From where I am?
You can no longer see him. He's gone into the house. Back up to nothing.
Me. Okay, so that one's in the house, and there's one that's literally like 10 foot from me, isn't there?
Yes.
So I'm going to have to go for the one that's 10 foot from me.
Okay.
So I sort of, in one swift motion, sort of flip my hand crossbow over my shoulder
Yeah.
and grab my dagger from my boot and just try and sort of stab at the neck of the zombie. Just
Nice.
sort of go forward and just,
Feral.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, fucking hell. And I try so hard to hit it, but I actually just sort of like tumble over its shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
As I've rolled a 8.
Right. Anything else?
So, as I've kind of gone through it and I'm sort of like next to him now, how far am I from the house?
So you're about 30 feet away from the house.
Sweet, and they're pretty slow, aren't they?
I mean,
Yeah.
they can move.
So I'm
They
going to
can
kind of barge past them in that case and just head for the house, try and catch that one.
Cool. So you're just going to head straight to the house.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
sort of
you
annoyed
get-
that Cassius has sort of said that I'm not involved, so I'm going to go
Yeah.
show him.
Fine, you're about 5-10 feet from the nearest side, but there is a window facing you.
Sweet, that's
If you
what
want
I'm
to do
going to
something
head
dramatic
straight.
next round.
Yeah.
Next, then, is going to be the zombie on the right is going to stand to his feet, and is just going to let out this like baying cry, but not do anything else. Next, the zombie in the middle, who you're closest to, nothing, is going to shamble on over to you.
Sweet.
and is going to try and hit you with his axe, though it's a critical miss.
Lit.
So it's going to swing and actually, the axe is going to swing out of its hands. And fly across and hit the house a couple of feet away from it. It kind of like staggers, grasping for the axe as it swings out of its hands, but at the moment it's unarmed.
I just look over my shoulder and just wink at him.
Jacob.
I look to Pluckers on my shoulder and say, "Thanks, girl," and grab the wing that she just popped off and,
She's like,
and eat it.
She's like R2-D2.
I snarf it down and I say to the Elena from "Milady, I'm sorry, where are my manners?" And I sprint between her and the zombie in front of her, and try to swing teardrop into the zombie's jaw.
Nice.
Double damage to undead, bitches!
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's all coming at wings.
That is a 17 to hit.
It's a hit.
Nice.
Yes.
So do I roll my damage dice?
Roll your damage, then double it.
14, 18 points of damage.
Was that, did you roll 9 and then double that?
So I rolled 7, 14 plus 4.
So you roll your damage and then
Okay.
double it.
So 28
So what's your normal damage? 1d.
1d8
plus strength.
plus 4.
So 1d8 plus 4, whatever that is, double it. That's the calculation.
Okay.
So you do double damage to
it's not
undead.
just dice damage.
You're not doubling the dice rolls. Do your
Okay.
damage, and then double it. If that makes sense. Do your damage, double it. You do double
Okay.
damage to undead.
All right, okay. I'll do it again. Yeah, fine. Okay, so 7, that's 11, 22 points of damage.
Nice. Much better.
Nice.
This kind of searing light coming from your blow concentrates and focuses on the weapon itself as it slams into the zombie, just explodes in shards. A shower of bone and viscera. Cassius.
Cassius moves his arms around and hands, and he just and just makes
After that does the spell.
Like it's one of those things outside a car wash.
parts his hands away from each other and just creates a 5-foot ditch where the zombie just falls in. That's attacking the woman.
How deep is the ditch?
5 foot.
Sheer-sided.
Cube.
So it's like it's peering over.
Yeah.
Its head is clearly above.
Yeah.
Wait, is it a tall zombie? Is it a 6-foot zombie?
It's not a 5-foot zombie.
Wait. Zombies come in many shapes and sizes.
Yeah. Is it a human zombie?
It's a human zombie.
Okay, alright.
I
Otherwise,
know
you
a
would
friend
have
who's 5 foot.
fucked over a gnome.
He was a strapping lad. All right.
I don't believe
and
it.
he's his head is peering over.
Not a halfling zombie.
Not a halfling zombie.
I turn to the woman. I say, Cassie says, "I see you have experience dealing with foul enemies by the way that you move."
She says, "I have in my time, yes."
And I say, "Do you need any assistance, or shall I get Zippy?"
She says, "Oh, Zippy, would you? It would mean so much to Cynthia." And Cynthia says, "Yeah, Zippy."
Is Zippy an infant or a toy? A dog?
She says, "Zippy is a baby, for the time being.
A baby.
Not a baby, a young version of the beast that he will become."
Oh.
I bet that the two guys with staves were the weakest of all of them, and we've just been terrible human beings.
Yeah.
Terrible
And
human
Cassie
beings.
just nods and then just uses the 30 foot to get into the house.
Nice. So you get to the house, there's like a door, but you haven't used a bonus action yet, have you?
No.
Like, you can open the door if you want to.
Open the door.
Fine, you open the door. You can actually see in, it's like a living room of sorts. It's quite a simple dwelling. It's quite nice. There's just like this large living room, sort of kitchenette type setup. You can see the zombie that's burst through the glass, and it's making towards a creature, which is rather conspicuous. It's
What is it?
it's on
It's man.
it's on the wall.
Unexpected.
Skulltula.
It is a lizard.
Oh.
Okay.
It's about a foot long, and its scales are made of some kind of crystal.
Do I know what it is? As
You can do a nature check if you want to.
nature check, eh?
I'm looking through the window at this.
A 13.
13. You're not sure. It's not a normal lizard for sure because it's made of like. It looks like it's made of like. It's like a disco ball, but a lizard, and it's like the light is just refracting off of it. You know, you've got this little gleaming light motes all over the room. You know, shining everywhere. It's literally like a disco ball, but it's a lizard, and it looks at you and its tongue kind of goes out and in, and then it goes. Lets out this huge baying cry.
How big is it?
It's about a foot long.
Oh, you already said that.
Yes,
Sorry.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
And the creature the little lizard made that
Big
that
noise.
cute big noise.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Where's the zombie at this point? Can we see it?
Yeah, it's like it's.
Is it going towards the lizard?
Question: Why is the zombie specifically trying to get somebody's pet? Is this a special lizard that we could grind up? And put into a chicken? Just obviously we're not going to grind up somebody's pet. But is this
First
zombie...
of all, Scoran, you can't even see this lizard, so I don't want you to talk about grinding up someone's little pet.
Sorry, out of context. Sorry for metagaming.
That moment, the lizard shuts its eyes, and its scales begin to shimmer, and it lets off this kind of like sort of shaking, like rat-a-tat kind of rattles from its scales shimmering together.
And what happens?
Nothing. That's what's happening so far.
Interesting. Interesting.
Send Monzakura.
You don't know. You don't know. So next then is the zombie in the middle who is attacking the woman.
He's in a ditch.
Who's in a ditch currently. He's going to climb out of the ditch.
5 foot ditch? You can climb 5 foot?
Yes.
It's got a good
You're
upper
holding
body
your
strength.
player's handbook. Read it. Everybody has climbing speed. It's only 5 feet. It's going to attack her for 23 versus AC, which is going to be a hit.
She's fine.
And it slams into her again, and she calls out, drops to one knee, but she is still alive. She kind of looks up with these angry eyes at it. Yes.
With that cantrip, could you take 3 feet out and make 2 foot on top? Or is it only excavate? Could you trap a gnome or a half gnome?
It says that I can move like 5 feet of cubed worth of dirt in any way I want.
So you could bury a prone thing. If it's prone, you could drop
Yeah.
it down 2 feet and cover a bit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you can make a
that's
ditch
a
and then
cool cantrip.
cover myself and just hide there.
That's cool.
With a little reed coming out.
Next then is the zombie who is inside the house.
Yes.
Who's going to approach the lizard. And as it does that, the lizard disappears.
Ledge. I reckon it's like reflecting the surroundings.
Yeah.
Like the car
It's cloaked.
in thingy
James
in
Bond,
James
yeah.
Bond.
Yeah.
Does not seem to be there anymore, so instead it's going to make its way to you, Cassius.
Oh,
To the front door. So it's going to try and attack you.
sure.
17 versus AC.
Hit.
And it's going to hit you for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
I can feel this like hot, it's still rotten, like this hot fetid breath on your face as it attacks you.
As it hits me,
Yeah.
I just take the hit and then just stare up at it, and my eyes have just gone black with like obsidian black.
Whoa.
As it just erupts and it needs to take a deck save.
Okay. Very exciting. It's very good. 22.
Okay, yeah, it's passed. And it needs to take half of this.
That's a
Sweet
dexterous zombie.
damage.
Nice roll.
Yeah.
It takes 15 damage. Oh no, that's way. I didn't. Half it. It takes
7.
7 damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Back up to nothing.
So they stood like in the doorway together.
Now, Cassius is in the doorway.
Yeah.
And the zombie is inside the house, but also squaring up to him in the doorway.
But squaring up to him in the doorway.
Yeah.
So I'm right at the window.
Yes.
I'm just gonna. Can I pull the window open? Will the window open?
Yes.
So I just get.
Well, it's locked.
So is that a yes or a no?
Well, you'd have to open it.
Okay, I'm gonna open it then.
Okay, how are you doing it?
So I am just putting my dagger
Yeah.
underneath the sort of the window frame and just jamming it open. Just
Okay.
cracking it.
Yes, you can do that. It's going to be an action.
Don't want to do that then. I was hoping to flank the zombie.
Oh, nice. You want that sneak attack
But
damage.
yeah. Instead,
Because you can go for subtle, you can go for all out, but it's going to be
But I'm next to it, so.
in that case, I'm gonna come around the side of the house.
Yeah.
And in a Alan Shearer style, slide along the floor.
No one understands what that means, Hannah.
Sorry, yeah.
Hamza is a big England football
star. Yeah.
Obviously, Dav's going to pretend, but basically, we don't understand.
I'm just gonna come around the side of the house and just like kind of slither under the floor, lie on my front.
Is this Alan Shearer
and
a kind of
just
snake
shoot.
or?
Alan Shearer doesn't do this.
Right, yeah.
And just try and shoot the crossbow up, like directly at the zombie.
So you go under the house.
I'm going under Dav's legs.
Under Dav's legs.
Yes.
Hateful Eight style.
And this will be at disadvantage. I don't even fucking care. I'm lying on the floor at disadvantage.
So
it's
just to be
gonna be
clear,
super
you've
fun.
gone through the legs to get between
To the zombie just. So I can't go through the window. So I'm going to sort of come around the side, effectively kind of like slide along the floor, and sort of go through Cassius's legs and just try and shoot the crossbow sort of directly upwards
through the legs.
Are you
through the legs
giving
at a
Cassius
zombie.
a shout? But like, is he like open wide? Or so Cassius just splits his legs?
I always think of Cassius as standing in a very manly style.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
he does that quite a lot.
Like that. So yeah, I just shout. It's like, I'm coming through, and I try and shoot.
Nice.
Why am I rolling so badly today? That's 14 to hit.
Miss.
But, so now
It's over his shoulder.
I am lying on the floor. I do get a bonus action to tumble. Can I do a forward roll into the room?
You can't. Does it say that you can move through as a rogue? Can you move through baddies? Because he's kind of blocking the door.
Yeah,
downstairs.
true.
Don't think you can.
I can't. No,
I think
I can't.
that's a little fella person if you're
Yeah.
a halfling or something. So not going to be able to roll in.
That fucking tail was massive. So
Yeah. Oh, damn it. So I can disengage. I'm going to sort of
Crawl away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lunge. You've done like a huge lunge.
Yeah, basically,
Fuck, and then
I've
post
been
up.
completely unsuccessful in everything that I've tried, other than shooting a zombie once with an arrow. This combat.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm sort of going to roll backwards, basically.
Cool. Cassius.
Into the bush.
Staring at the zombie straight in front of me, I'm just gonna put my hands to my eyes as I just fire an eldritch
Point blank.
blast into his
Imagine that.
face.
Imagine that.
Used up my spells, haven't I?
Yeah.
The two that I have. Doing cool shit though.
It was cool.
For a 23 to hit.
That's it.
Oh, that's a
And
good blast.
it's a straight old blast that 5 force damage to his face.
And this is sorry, the one in the house or the one attacking the woman?
The one right in front of me.
Fine,
So the
yep.
one in the house.
Sorry, how much damage?
5 force damage.
Okay. Nice. It takes it. It reels, but it's still up. Anything else?
No, we don't have any wings on us, do we?
No, we don't.
No, then nothing.
Cool. Next is the.
Actually, as he's taking the blast in his face,
Yeah.
can I put my hand into his pouch where he got the other his little supplement from, and just take some and eat it?
You can do a sleight of hand check.
Fool that zombie.
Sleight of hand.
Dangerous game, Cassius.
Oh no. 16.
You reach into the pouch and you withdraw. Your hand clutches around something, and you withdraw it. As you look in your hand, you see it looks like a piece of wood.
Oh.
It's like lacquered with some kind of black, like sticky tar-like substance, and sprinkled across it quite liberally is what looks like a spice mix.
Okay.
But it's not a chicken wing.
Okay.
But the spice mix it's emanating that same kind of soft glow
Like an
that yours
artificial.
has.
Can
Spice
I
mix
give it
lolly.
like a little investigation check? I don't want to
With your
die
tongue?
again.
With your tongue?
I want to investigate it with my
Cassius is going to use
mouth.
his brain this time
Yeah.
rather than his tongue.
I think as you ponder, it's going to drip over to the next round.
Sure.
But that's as far as you've got. But you do have this thing in your hand.
Okay.
Anything else?
No,
think so.
that's it.
Next then is the zombie on the right. Is going to move closer to you. It's basically chasing you, Osgaren.
It's just 10 feet away from me unless it
10 feet
charges.
away from you
Yeah.
now. And it's going to call out "Roar!" again. No ranged weapons. But it's doing the chase.
Yeah.
In fact, it's going to dash, so it's going to sprint and close right up to you,
Nice. Cool.
spitting in your face.
Okay.
Next is the middle zombie who is close-ish to you, or was nothing. Who's going to pursue you. I think probably get to you if you went to the door and then you moved away. So it's going to try and attack you for 19 versus AC.
Oh, it's a hit. It's a hit.
And then 10 points of slashing damage
Jeez.
as the axe cleaves into your lower back. Kind of gets the jump on you. Next, though, is Jacob.
So I'm imagining Jacob, like this 6'4" bloke, covered in zombie viscera, glowing brightly, standing over this woman.
What a lovely image.
I say,
just a Friday night for
I'm terribly sorry, Milady. I forgot my manners there in the heat of the fight. I look at her, and is she very badly wounded?
Yeah.
Okay.
And shaken.
Okay, so
she looks very young now that you're looking at her.
So
really.
be calm. All is well now. All is well. You're going to be okay.
Why are you fucking me?
And I kneel down because she needs calming down. She's hurt. So I kneel down next to her, and I try and tend to her wounds. So can I just do a medicine check to see if I can? I guess I could just lay on hands. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to lay on hands and heal her for 5 hit points.
Okay. You see her wounds close.
Okay. I say, don't worry, everything's going to be fine. You're going to be okay now.
She nods.
I ask her if she can you stand?
She shakes her head, but then sort of seeing your strength and bolstered by it, she nods slowly and whispers, "I think I can."
Okay, so I'm going to put her arm over my other shoulder that doesn't have a giant chicken on it.
Yeah.
And see if I can hold her to her feet.
Okay. You do, and you can assist her to her feet.
Okay.
Next is Osgaren.
So, tumble is a bonus action, right? And you can use it to move past an enemy without provoking an attack of opportunity. So I want to tumble away from the zombie because I don't want to be fighting this thing because it looks kind of scary. So I'm going to try and basically like backwards roll over my shoulder away from it.
Teddy bear roll.
Land on one knee and shoot my crossbow.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
It's like year 11 PE. The advanced shit.
Exactly.
Quick
yeah.
question, where's your dad during all of this?
Yeah, where has he
Where's dad?
Where the fuck has Dad gone?
He came down with you,
I talked him into coming with us, didn't I?
Yeah.
but he isn't like with you.
And where's
right
Mistress
now.
Millefandre?
She's just...
She is hanging back.
She's
She
at the
didn't join you
crossroads.
with two groups,
With
but
Dad?
she's kind of like cheering you on.
Is Dad chatting up Mistress
let's say
Millefandre?
you
Are they just having an awkward conversation? So?
You hear,
That's my boy!
you
That's
hear in
my
the
boy.
distance past Millefandre behind you, son! You look back and you see Merrick, and he's holding some kind of like fast food that he got from a stall. He just waves at you,
Having a nug.
gives you a thumbs up.
Great. So my backwards roll.
Oh!
It's a nat one.
That's 3 wings. Lovely.
Jacob feels a wing hit the back of his
Total.
head.
I just fall presumably prone on my back as I
Yeah.
try to roll away.
Yeah, and it's going to.
Oh, now
provoke
you're
an attack
prone.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's actually only going to be 16 versus AC.
That's enough. That's enough.
Is it? Okay.
I'm a soft, squishy
You're a
bird.
little
Yeah.
That's
squishy
12.
boy.
All of us are squishy.
That's big.
12 points of slashing damage.
That's big.
Roll made in the-
Yeah, no, I believe you.
Holy fuck.
Fuck.
Anything else?
From my back, I'm gonna try and stab it with my rapier. Actually, no, I've still got a crossbow in hand. Oh no, that'd be a disadvantage. I'm gonna drop the crossbow and just try and stab it from the floor. I get disadvantage to attack from the ground, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you get
Just get
disadvantage? You
no,
don't
just
get
get regular-
disadvantage.
no, you
Yeah,
get
just
regular
isn't it?
attack.
Yeah. I mean, it's no good. I miss. I am wildly
Flailing.
and flailing with my rapier. Nothing happens.
It's a bad move.
It was a bad move. It was not the right move.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went into depth to work
Merrick
that out.
say? Like, can Oscar hear what
That's all
his
he
dad
said.
says?
That's
It's
all he said.
like,
Just went, son!
yeah, that's my son that just fell over.
Oh dear. I got chopped.
Did the teddy
That's
bear
big.
roll and then.
Did not exit the teddy bear roll.
Back to the zombie who is attacking the mother, who is again going to try and swing at her. This is going to be the third one. It's 20 versus AC,
I
which
love
is
the way you went
Jesus.
to rescue the lizard instead of defend the mum.
Well, I'm in a ditch.
With that roll, you see her eyes widen one last time.
Oh no!
As the axe cleaves pretty deep into her chest, and she takes her last strangled breath before she falls to the ground dead.
Where's the kid?
Crying out for her just a couple of feet away.
How about
Got a
that
kid
lizard?
now!
How about
Fuck's
that lizard,
sake!
Dragonwing.
Thanks for listening to this combat-heavy episode. We'll be dropping the second half shortly, and as always, you can follow and like our things on Twitter and Instagram @DragonWingsPod. And we'll catch you next time.